This person is literally not allowed to text you or have a conversation with you because. Don't skip this moment, my beloved child, because every word you are about to hear is part of a divine explanation you were never supposed to find out on your own. Someone has been thinking about you day and night. Their phone lights up with your name, their fingers hover above the screen, but heaven itself blocks the message before it's sent. They feel the urge, they even type your name, yet an invisible wall stands between your spirit and theirs. That wall is not man-made, it is built by divine order. Stay till the end, because what you're about to understand will make sense of the silence that's been surrounding you. What looks like distance is actually protection. What feels like rejection is the sound of heaven saying, not this one. Not now. Not ever, unless purified. You may have wondered why their number appears, why their thoughts seem close, why your heart senses them even when they say nothing. It's because they keep trying to reach across a spiritual line that no longer allows them through. The angels intercept every attempt. They are not permitted to speak into your life until their motives are clean and their heart is whole. Don't skip, because the reason is deeper than emotion. This is about alignment. Their words carry energy, and heaven refuses to let your destiny be contaminated by confusion. You've grown too much, and your light has become too bright to be dimmed by half-truths and hidden motives. They think they're just busy or afraid, but the truth is, a higher power has sealed their mouth. They rehearse what they'd say to you. They scroll through old messages. They promise themselves they'll reach out tomorrow. But every time they try, something breaks, signal lost, courage gone, screen frozen. It's not coincidence, it's divine prevention. Stay till the end because your understanding will free you from wondering. The silence is not an absence, it's a wall of fire around your peace. The one who guards you saw the words they were going to speak, the manipulation behind the kindness, the selfish need hidden under their apology, and stopped it before it could reach you. My beloved, I know the quiet hurts sometimes. You've asked, why did they stop talking? What did I do wrong? But child, you did nothing wrong. You did everything right. You prayed for truth, and truth always separates. The wall was heaven's answer to your own prayer for peace. Don't skip, because there is more. Their silence is not only about you being protected, it's also about them being exposed. Each unsent word is revealing their true intention to themselves. They are learning that access to your heart is sacred territory, and no one walks in with muddy feet. Heaven has a way of removing the voices that carry hidden agendas. Sometimes it does it quietly, through distance, unread messages, broken timing. And while you feel forgotten, you're actually being refined. You're being prepared for words that will heal, not drain. Stay till the end, because the very reason they are not allowed to text you is tied to your next breakthrough. The silence is a signal that a new alignment is being written. The one meant for you is being prepared while the one who hurt you is being restrained. You're not being ghosted, you're being guarded. Picture it, their thumb hovers over the send button, and then suddenly their heart races, doubt floods in, something inside says, don't. That's the moment heaven steps in. That's the moment protection overrides desire. Don't scroll, because you need to know, this silence is timed. It will last only as long as it takes for you to detach from what could wound you. You are not missing a conversation, you are escaping a trap. The stillness is your shield. The truth, my beloved, is that the universe, God, and every angel assigned to your name agreed that no one is allowed to distract you before your next chapter begins. Your purpose required quiet. Your spirit needed space. And so the line was cut. Stay till the end, because soon you'll see that every unanswered text, every blank notification, every call that never came, was actually a blessing disguised as silence. You weren't ignored, you were preserved. When heaven says no, it sounds like nothing. But that nothing is holy. Don't skip, because there is still more to be revealed. The silence you feel is not punishment, it's a divine pause written for your safety. And behind that pause, something greater is forming, a voice that will not confuse you, a presence that will not vanish, a love that won't need to be chased. You are not waiting for a message. You are waiting for maturity. And when both hearts are ready, what's meant will find its way without force. Until then, every attempt blocked is a prayer answered. Stay till the end, because the story is still unfolding. The silence you hear is heaven speaking the loudest word of all, protection. My beloved child, because these words carry the understanding your heart has been waiting for. What you thought was an ending was actually the beginning of your protection. They once spoke to you as if they understood your soul. They made you laugh, made you believe you were safe in their words. But behind every promise was a question mark heaven could see even when you couldn't. That is why the line went silent. That is why no message could cross the unseen wall between you. Stay till the end because what's being revealed now will heal every unanswered why. Their silence isn't disrespect, it's restraint. It's divine interference stopping them before they could twist your peace into another cycle of confusion. Heaven knows how much your heart gives. You love deeply. You forgive quickly. And that is why heaven had to step in quickly, because your mercy was about to open a door that your destiny had already closed. They think they're the ones deciding not to text. But they are under spiritual restriction. Every time they try, something blocks them. Their mind forgets the words. Their phone glitches. They get distracted, then drained, then restless. They don't know why, but you do now. It's because heaven has said, access denied. Don't skip because the truth will bring relief. Their silence is evidence of spiritual justice. You may not see it, but angels are standing guard over your peace. They intercept every attempt, like watchmen at the gate of your heart. Because one wrong sentence could have reopened a wound you already survived. My beloved, heaven is not punishing them, it is protecting you. You asked for peace, and sometimes peace means people disappear. You asked for clarity, and sometimes clarity sounds like silence. You asked for truth, and sometimes truth removes voices before they can speak lies. Stay till the end because heaven is still speaking. The one who was silenced carries unhealed motives. Their words were painted with sweetness, but their intentions carried weight. They wanted to return not to rebuild but to relive comfort. They wanted your presence, not your purpose. And heaven said no, because your purpose cannot be traded for nostalgia. Don't scroll, listen. If that person could speak to you right now, their words would sound sincere, but the energy behind them would pull you backward. That's why heaven muted them. They are being confronted with the reality that not everyone is entitled to closure. Sometimes the silence is the closure. Sometimes God ends a conversation without explanation because any more words would reopen wounds already sealed. Beloved, the silence isn't a curse, it's a cure. You are healing in the quiet, growing stronger in the stillness, learning to hear heaven's voice again instead of human noise. That's why you feel the pull to stay still, to stay quiet yourself. It's not sadness. It's transformation. Stay till the end because something powerful is shifting. As that person's access fades, your discernment sharpens. You will begin to recognize the difference between attention and assignment, between connection and distraction. And when you finally hear from the right one, you'll know instantly. It will feel peaceful, not pressured. Don't skip this. The silence around you is not loneliness, it's divine filtration. Heaven is filtering your circle. Every person who cannot carry your future is being gently removed. Every message that could drain your progress is being erased before it even arrives. You are not being isolated, you are being insulated. My child, I know it feels strange. You check your phone, expecting something, but find nothing. That nothing is heaven's handwriting. It's saying, rest. What is meant for you won't require chasing. You are not missing messages. You are being prepared for the right message. Stay till the end because soon you'll see that this silence is not empty, it's sacred. Every quiet moment has been a spiritual reset. Heaven is clearing the noise so that when the next voice arrives, your heart will recognize the sound of peace. Don't scroll, because the person who was blocked still wonders why they can't reach you. They replay old conversations. They feel the urge to apologize, but their tongue grows heavy. They want to call, but their courage collapses. That's not guilt, it's conviction. Heaven is teaching them what your presence truly meant. You are the lesson they cannot escape. You are the mirror they didn't value until the reflection vanished. And now, even if they try to speak, heaven turns their words into air. Because your spirit no longer vibrates on their frequency. You've outgrown what once held you. Stay till the end because every line of this silence is leading you toward your breakthrough. Your peace is expensive now. It cannot be bought with false apologies or half-healed promises. Heaven has declared that only truth can sit beside you. Don't skip. The person who cannot speak to you is facing their own awakening. They are being shown the consequences of manipulation and delay. You are not their punishment, you are their revelation. Your absence is forcing them to face what their words once disguised. My beloved, this silence is rewriting both your stories. For you, it's freedom. For them, it's reflection. And soon, when the right time comes, you'll see why heaven chose this path. The line was cut because your destiny required quiet. And that quiet is now shaping your future. Stay till the end because peace is coming, the kind that doesn't leave when the screen goes dark. The kind that stays because it's anchored in divine order. This person is literally not allowed to text you or have a conversation with you because heaven saw what would have happened if they did. Don't skip this moment, my beloved child, because the next lines are the doorway to understanding why you had to lose what you thought you needed. The silence you feel is not a pause, it's protection written in invisible ink. They wanted to reach out. They rehearsed the words, maybe even typed them. But heaven saw that the sentence they wanted to send would slice your healing open. It would sound kind, but carry confusion. It would sound loving, but leak poison. So, before it could reach your screen, angels intercepted it. They were told, do not allow this one to speak into that heart again. Stay till the end, because what you're learning now will free you from the loop of wondering. You are not forgotten, you are being guarded. Every silence is strategic, every delay divine. You were never left out, you were lifted out. The difference matters, because one sounds like rejection, the other sounds like rescue. Don't skip, because heaven's hand is still over your life. This person's silence is not a glitch in destiny, it's evidence of divine editing. God rewrote the ending before it could break you again. He removed their access before they could repeat the cycle. He shielded you from flattery that would have softened your boundaries and trapped you in old patterns. They don't even understand what's happening. They think you've changed. They think you've grown cold. But the truth is, your spirit has been upgraded, and their words can't survive in your atmosphere anymore. When you prayed for peace, heaven didn't send explanations, it sent silence. And silence became the bodyguard of your destiny. Stay till the end because something deeper is being revealed. Your silence and their silence are not the same. Yours is holy restraint, theirs is divine disqualification. You chose peace. They chose delay. And heaven decided that peace wins. Don't scroll, my child, because this next part carries fire and comfort together. They cannot reach you, not because you blocked them, but because heaven did. Your prayers created a border they cannot cross. Your growth became a shield they cannot penetrate. You've stepped into a realm where manipulation has no passport. And so they are stranded outside the gates of your new beginning. They still think of you. They feel the urge to text. But every time they do, their spirit trembles, their stomach knots, their hands freeze. It's heaven whispering, do not touch what I've already healed. They are learning that some doors do not reopen, not because of anger, but because of protection. Stay till the end because you need to hear this clearly, the silence is not a punishment for either of you. It is preparation. It's heaven giving both hearts space to evolve separately. You're not waiting on them, you're waiting on destiny to finish rearranging what words could never fix. Don't skip because the silence is working in your favor. In the quiet, your mind has been clearing, your confidence rebuilding. You are remembering your worth not through someone's attention but through heaven's affirmation. And when the right one arrives, you won't question it. Their peace will sound like home, not like guessing. Their presence will calm your nerves, not confuse them. My beloved, you are being taught discernment through silence. You are learning that access to you must now be earned by truth, not charm. This is why heaven interfered. This is why the texts never arrived. Because you were about to step into a chapter that requires clarity, not distraction. Stay till the end because there's one more layer to this revelation. The person who can't speak to you is being dealt with by heaven privately. Their silence is their classroom. They are facing the weight of their own choices. Every time they think of you, conviction stirs. They are beginning to realize that divine favor isn't something you keep while playing with sacred hearts. And you, child, were sacred ground. Don't scroll, because this part is for your healing. Forgive them, even in their silence. Forgive them for the words they never said, the closure they never gave, the promises they never kept. Forgive them because forgiveness is the sword that cuts you loose from their shadow. They may not be allowed to text you, but you are allowed to move on free. Free from guilt. Free from wondering. Free from waiting for what will never come. Stay till the end because your freedom is unfolding right now. Every second of silence has been preparing you to receive what you truly deserve. The right connection is coming, not the one that drains you, but the one that waters you. Not the one that ghosts you, but the one that guards you. Not the one that hides you, but the one that honors you. Don't skip this, my child, because the shift is already happening. You will soon notice peace replacing anxiety when their name crosses your mind. You will feel release instead of longing. You will look at the silence and finally say, "Thank you, God, for blocking that message." Because what you didn't read would have rewritten your peace. What you didn't hear would have poisoned your healing. And what you didn't respond to became the very thing that saved you. Stay till the end, because this silence is not the end of communication, it's the beginning of revelation. Heaven is preparing voices for you that won't confuse you. Voices that will speak truth, timing, purpose, and peace. You won't have to beg for consistency or decode mixed messages. When they speak, it will sound like home. Until then, every word that doesn't align will be silenced before it reaches you. Don't scroll, because the silence that once broke your heart is now the sound of your promotion. You are not unreachable, you are protected. And anyone who wishes to reach you must first pass through the gates of purity, honesty, and intention. Heaven guards you now. Your heart has become holy ground. Stay till the end because soon, the silence will shift. And when it does, you will not cry, you will understand. You will realize that heaven's no was never rejection, it was redirection. You weren't being forgotten, you were being refined. And now, nothing unclean can reach you. The silence that once felt like loss has become the greatest evidence of your worth. This person is literally not allowed to text you or have a conversation with you because heaven has already finished their sentence for them. Don't skip this, my beloved child, because these final words will close the chapter that silence began. What you are about to hear will turn your confusion into peace and your wondering into wisdom. From the beginning, heaven saw what you could not. Every hidden motive. Every half-truth. Every emotional hook that could have pulled you backward. So the divine hand reached down and said, "Enough. This one must be protected." That's why their phone froze, why their courage vanished, why their voice grew faint. They didn't choose silence, silence chose them. Stay till the end because this is where everything connects. They were never supposed to carry words into your new season. Their chapter in your life ended quietly so you could begin loudly. And though their absence once stung, that emptiness became the womb of your strength. You learned to breathe again without waiting for a notification. You learned that peace doesn't need to announce itself, it simply stays. Don't scroll, because what I'm revealing now will make sense of everything. The silence was an answer to a prayer you don't even remember praying. You asked for truth, so heaven removed lies. You asked for healing, so heaven took away the voice that kept reopening the wound. You asked for peace, so heaven muted every sound that stirred chaos. Every no text, every no call, every moment of quiet was heaven saying, I heard you. They have tried to fight it. They've drafted messages, deleted them, stared at your name until the screen went dark. They've wondered why they can't cross the distance. But heaven's command still stands, do not disturb what I have set apart. You are that sacred thing, set apart. Your journey has entered a phase where not everyone is permitted to walk beside you. Stay till the end because this silence is not meant to hurt you, it's meant to highlight you. You are being distinguished, elevated, and refined. The wall around you is not a prison, it's a palace gate. And only those chosen by heaven can step through. Your silence has become a throne, and only truth can sit beside it. Don't skip, my child, because heaven is not done speaking. The person who once had your attention is learning a hard lesson. They are learning that access to you is not a right, it's a responsibility. They are learning that when heaven says no, no charm, no effort, no apology can override it. They are learning that silence speaks louder than any reply. And you, my beloved, are learning that silence is not a void, it's divine communication. Stay till the end, because the reward for your obedience is near. The silence that once felt endless is now birthing clarity. Soon, new voices will appear, safe ones, steady ones, voices that speak life instead of confusion. They will not tremble to tell the truth. They will not vanish after being honest. They will not hide behind half-promises or shallow affection. These new voices will carry peace, because they are heaven-approved. Don't scroll, because you need to hear this final truth, you did not lose anything that was meant to stay. Every message you never received, every apology you never heard, was the sound of heaven rewriting your future. You were not being ignored, you were being reserved. You were not forgotten, you were being remembered correctly. And the moment you stopped chasing noise, heaven started sending clarity. My child, look how far you've come. You no longer wait for what hurts you. You no longer question what leaves quietly. You've learned that if someone cannot reach you, it's because heaven has not signed their permission slip. You are not hard to reach, you are divinely restricted. Only purity has the passcode now. Only peace has your frequency. Only truth can hold a conversation with your soul. Stay till the end because your spirit needs to absorb this blessing. The silence was never random, it was sacred timing. While you wondered, heaven worked. While you cried, angels built walls around your heart. While you waited, God rearranged the path ahead so that only the right ones could find you. Every unsent word became a shield. Every missed call became a lock on your peace. Don't skip, because the best part is here. Soon, you will feel the shift. You'll stop wondering why they didn't text, and start thanking heaven that they couldn't. You'll realize that every moment of quiet was a setup for a connection that will not confuse or wound you. And when the right voice speaks, you'll feel it instantly, no chaos, no guessing, just calm recognition that says, "This is safe. This is divine." My beloved, the silence has purified your hearing. Now you can tell the difference between manipulation and love. Now you can recognize energy without explanation. Now you understand that access to you is sacred, because your purpose is sacred. The ones who can't speak to you anymore aren't being punished, they're being redirected. And the one who is coming will not need permission, because heaven will send them. Stay till the end, because this closing moment is a decree. The same heaven that closed the line will now open a door. Not for the past, but for the promise. Not for confusion, but for confirmation. The silence was your training ground, now it becomes your testimony. The one who couldn't speak to you became the reason you learned to listen to God instead. Don't scroll, my child, because this final truth will settle deep within you. The silence was love in disguise. You didn't lose communication, you gained communion. You didn't lose attention, you gained alignment. You didn't lose them, you found yourself. And now, everything that reaches you must match the peace you fought to protect. So when your phone stays quiet, don't despair. Smile. Because heaven is still guarding you. When a message doesn't arrive, whisper, "Thank you, God, for blocking what could break me." When someone says nothing, understand, it's because they are not allowed. And if one day, a new message comes and it feels like sunlight instead of shadow, that's how you'll know it's approved. Stay till the end, because this silence is not the end of your story, it's the cleansing before the next chapter. The one who couldn't reach you was never meant to carry your name forward. The next one will not need to force their way in, heaven will open the path for them. Their words will build, not break. Their love will heal, not harm. Their presence will stay, not vanish. Don't scroll, because right now, heaven is closing this message with a seal. Peace is your portion. Protection is your proof. Silence is your sign. The person who was not allowed to text you was the evidence that God still guards what he values most, you. My beloved child, the silence was the shield, the stillness was the sanctuary, and what comes next will prove that everything you didn't hear was heaven speaking the loudest.